it's not. That's not really what's doing it. What's really making it better for me is that it's like a movie, like an '80s Arnold movie or '80s.
So it's really just like the action and stuff, right?
And for no reason, like Arnold running around in the Predator with no shirt on.
Nice.
But it works, you know.
I may have to check it out. I'll be honest, I wasn't going to check it out at first. If anything, I was probably going to try and rip it. But I guess I can go check it out. I had that stupid Movie Pass thing.
Yeah,
so.
Go ahead and check it out. You'll have fun with it.
Yeah, I have Movie Pass, so it's not like I'm paying any more for it. But, all right, I've been recording, so...
Movie Pass, you have no excuse.
I've been recording, so let's go ahead and get this started. What's going on, guys? This is Ryan, the Immature Dad. This is the first official Planet EJOBN podcast. Here we'll be talking about everything nerd, blurred, geeky, whatever noun or verb you want to use to describe us. Like I said, I'm Ryan, and then we also have Jamal, the man, the myth, the legend. And we have... Go ahead, Jamal.
Hello, Detroit.
Yeah, he's from Detroit. I'm from Chicago, so we don't go to Detroit. We don't trust y'all like that. But then we also have he who won't be named. He only goes by Fallen Marvel. What's up?
What is up? Your friendly neighborhood Fallen Marvel is in the building.
So would you say you're kind of like the question of the group? From the comic book? Question? No face? No?
Like, what is it?
Question from the comic. DC comic. Question. He doesn't have a face. His name is Question, doesn't it?
I don't know. I usually don't have like the question mark, but I mean, I don't know. Like, I guess I would choose the question over Rorschach. That's for damn sure. But I digress.
Yeah, I don't think I digress. To be Rorschach. But all right, so this is the first episode. Today we're just trying to get everything right. You know, talk to each other, get to know each other, because we really don't all know each other that well. So we're going to learn, about each other's fandoms, why we're blurs, nerds, while we're all here, that kind of good stuff, basics. So who wants to start? Anyone? Do you guys know the topics? The questions?
I'd be lying if I said I did. So
he's like, I just rolled up off the street and I'm here.
You just kind of hopped in. It's cool. All right, so first question, make it an easy one. Yeah.
We can get started and talk about like what brought us all to the table. Like, what is your fandom? What is your blurred passion, or what gets you up in the morning?
Yeah.
What do you like to do?
Yeah. Engaged
in your passion.
Let's go ahead and start. You want to start? Fallen Marvel? Do you want to start? You guys want me to start?
You introduced us, so I say you start.
All right. I can do that. That's no problem. Let's see. What is my fandom? I would have to say my fandom is anime. Mainly, it's kind of mainstream. Like, I'm not into all the newer ones that everyone gets into. But like the normal, like Naruto, I'm super into that. Psycho Pass, loved it. What else? Jin. I like the Netflix animes. I think they're pretty good. Some of them are kind of overrated, but they're pretty dope. And right now, even though I kind of hate them, I am a big Star Wars fan. Even though Last Jedi was garbage, I did look at it again, and it's trash, but it's not as trash as I thought it was. Like, if I wasn't a huge Star Wars fan, I would probably have liked it. But because I'm a huge Star Wars fan and Rian Johnson's a huge dick, I don't like it.
Question for you.
Yes.
What improved the movie for you in your most recent
when I watched it? I had very, very low expectations versus the very, very high expectations that I had going in. So going in, I expected, you heard all the rumors. Like, I expected to get Rey's backstory. I expected more Snoke. I expected Leia to get the send-off that she deserved. And most importantly, I expected Grandmaster Luke. We did not get any of that. I'm not going to say what's leaked because, I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But yeah, we didn't get any of that in The Last Jedi. And so when I looked at it the second time, I was like, all right, I already know what's going on. So I will be a little bit more objective while I watch it. It was bad writing. The goofiness in the movie was overkill. Like, I get it. Like, everyone wants to have fun. But I feel like they overdid it, and they really overdid it early in the movie, even with, like, Finn and... No, actually, the first goofy thing they did was with... What's his name? Poe. When he was waiting for the guy to... when he was acting like he was waiting for the guy to come on the comm, and he kept reaching out to him, but he was ignoring him.
Yeah.
So, but after looking at it and everything, it was entertaining. I mean, I'll end up buying it now. At first, I wasn't gonna buy it. I was just gonna act like it didn't exist, and I was just gonna keep sending Rian Johnson hate tweets every week. But it's okay now. I don't know how I feel about Solo yet. Is anyone else who's a Star Wars fan? Jamal, you're a Star Wars fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a pretty big Star Wars fan. I got away from the fandom, but I'm back in now.
Okay. What about you back?
I don't.
Well, I'll say that I am. I'm not. I wouldn't say that I'm like a diehard fan of Star Wars, but like I enjoy the lore.
Okay.
So, but I would consider myself a Star Wars fan.
Okay, it's understandable. What did you think of The Last Jedi?
Honestly, I'd probably be the contrarian out of this discussion because, like, I honestly didn't have that. I didn't take much issue with it.
Okay.
So, again, this is like I went into this movie really not knowing much. I wasn't really going to speculate too much as hard as like a lot of the other fans were. So, you know, I didn't really like, you know, gonna set myself up for disappointment just in case I did see it. So I was just along for the ride, just seeing how everything kind of developed. Some things happened I didn't necessarily agree with. Some things I thought were interesting.
Okay.
But at this end of the day, I mean, I know it's something that's going to be ongoing. So it's not like everything is just like, you know, it's still an ongoing story. So I look at it as like, you know, hey, anything can still happen.
Yeah, like it's not going anywhere. It's not going to disappear, you know, so I can hate it all I want, but I will always come back. I'll be the first to admit that. But the anger that was running through my soul the night I saw it wasn't healthy. I thought I was going to have a stroke. I was mad. Like, I was pissed. Like, so I got off work super late as it was. So I was like, all right, I got to make this. So I, like, did 100 to make it to the theater, right? So I get in there, you know, I got my ticket late. I always do that. Like, I wait to the last minute to get my ticket, but I still got a good seat and everything. So I'm in there. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm ready for this. Let's do this. And then you know, I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, I get it. You know, it's starting off a little slow. It never got better. And then Luke disappearing oh yeah, spoiler alert for anyone who hasn't seen it yet. Luke disappearing at the end was just like the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, I think I sat there. No, actually, I didn't sit there. I left as soon as the first credit came up. I didn't even stay for the Carrie Fisher tribute. Like, that's how pissed off I was.
Wow.
Yeah, I was livid. Like, I came home, I was pacing in my living room. I couldn't go to sleep. I had to be at work in the morning. Like, it wasn't pretty at all.
I didn't quite have that reaction. When I got done watching The Last Jedi, my reaction was, it was pretty much the same thing that I get when I watch a DCEU movie.
Okay.
Aren't bad. They technically aren't bad movies.
No,
but when you're looking at the writing, the direction, and the direction that the directors went in,
yeah,
you choose this story.
I gotta say this though. Star Wars wasn't as bad as Justice League. The DCEU movies are horrible.
Justice League, but it's just like, how did we get to this point where you thought this was an acceptable product to put out to your fan base?
Well, I think, like, I blame Rian Johnson for everything, so I may not even be telling the truth, but the way I see it is that we all know how nerds can be. We're assholes at times. And I think Rian Johnson, I think he knew what everybody wanted. I think he knew what people wanted to see, and he was just determined to do the total and complete opposite. I think he did not want to give the fans any, like, he's like, oh, well, I'm just going to flip it on everyone. I'm going to make something totally and completely different. I really think that was his idea. And he's an asshole. As a matter of fact, I think I'm going to send him a hate tweet.
I mean, the only thing I could say is that to some degree, I feel it was ballsy to go the direction that he went.
Yeah, but bounty doesn't always mean good.
Right.
It's just
I'm in agreement of that. I'm not saying it because I could say the same thing about Iron Man 3, even though like it was things in there I didn't agree with. But just at the same time, and like again, some things about The Last Jedi I did think it was interesting. Other things I think as far as more, I felt could have been much better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the one thing I thought was, I think the most interesting thing I found in the movie was probably seeing how the Force was being used, because up to, I think like as far as the movies, we only see like up to a certain level of what we know Force users are capable of. And
right.
I do feel that this movie kind of pushed it a bit further as far as what's capable of it. So like that aspect of it I thought was interesting, because outside of the video games, you don't really see it get pushed a lot,
right.
like probably just like in small spurts. But, you know, like that aspect of it I thought was interesting. I guess that's why I didn't really take as much issue with it as other folks. But on the other hand, I do get why people were upset.
Yeah.
But, you know, I just kind of leave it at that. Like I try my best not to get like overly angry at movies, because I don't think I have the energy left to get that angry anymore. So
yeah, no, it's really not healthy. Like I was literally raging. Like it's not healthy at all. Like I couldn't eat right. Like I was forcing myself to eat. I was pissed. I could not get. Like, and it was for like a good month too. Every time I saw a trailer,
you lost your best friend is what happened.
Yeah, I did. And it didn't help because I already had kind of like misgivings about the first Star Wars that came out, Force Awakens. So I had my grievances with that one. But I was like, all right, fine. You know, it wasn't horrible. It was just a remake and Rey was overpowered. I don't care what anyone says, she's overpowered. But other than that, like I think it was just everything put together. And so now I'm like, okay, well, how are they going to do the third one now, because it's a shit show? And from what I've read, it's BS.
I mean, I take everything with a grain of salt at this point, and with this movie not even starting production yet. So, you know, all it is just speculation at this point. Like everybody's going to have their fan theories. Everybody's going to have their expectations. You know, there's going to be a lot of tension in the air once this movie finally drops. But it's like at the same time, it's like, hey, like sometimes you gotta be mindful of how much stock you put in and stuff. Otherwise, you come out being really disappointed.
Yeah, yeah. It broke my heart.
I just want to piggyback off what you said earlier, Kyle. It's like being nervous about Star Wars going forward is that with them amping up the powers, the abilities that come from the Force, it's to stop them from just making the Force like basically what we have in Marvel or DC movies.
Right. Like I'm wondering if that ring or keychain or whatever Luke gave to Leia, like, is that now a Horcrux? Like, you got to destroy that to destroy Luke? Like, is this man?
Well, not even that. It's like, okay, well, Rey in the novel, Rey got her powers by touching. Oh,
they got powers by touching what?
What, by physical contact with Kylo?
Powers based on the novelization. She touched him and got his Force abilities.
Yeah,
his training and everything. So she's basically wrong.
So that is something I did hear. That the novels were a lot better, and it gave a little bit more insight to everything. But I haven't read it.
It's kind of lazy.
That's a new one on me.
Yeah, that's canon. That's what happened.
Okay.
Surviving in space. You got Yoda. You know, Yoda is a Force ghost, and he's shooting lightning down and destroying physical objects. So it's like, well, why didn't they do that in any of the other movies?
Right.
Like when Darth Vader was like, somebody could have struck him with the lightning and ended this series.
So now, granted, so for that question, I think that's an easy one to answer. I think because if you think about it, the only two Force ghosts that we saw before were Yoda when he died and Obi-Wan, and neither one of them had been dead long. But then if you look at actually with Yoda you don't see him as a Force ghost until the very end of Return of the Jedi. Obi-Wan you see, but if you look at it now, they've been dead. What, Luke is like, what, 60, 70? Like, he's old. So you're looking at half a century that they've been dead, and they've had time to kind of, fix their Force issues, I guess.
Well, yeah.
It's like Dragon Ball, been dead in training for like 30 years. Or
yeah, exactly.
Well, that's basically what it is ascension. So it's like they become
one with the Force.
Exactly. It's just them ascending and becoming one with the Force, which essentially makes them like damn near all powerful at that point. But
Force
that's what I was thinking. Like, if you really want to be positive about it,
I don't.
Like, well, I'm trying to. If you look back in the old trilogy, right? Didn't Obi-Wan say something like he'll be more powerful than anybody could possibly imagine in death?
Yes, he did.
Like, it's about time we saw somebody dead use Force abilities that we haven't seen in life.
I'm cool with that. But the movie was still trash.
Yeah, well,
it's just like, it's just completely random now. It's like I could just pull anything out of my ass and
exactly.
Well, to be fair, the Clone Wars did kind of like shed a little bit light on that whole arc. I don't remember what episode it was or what season, but it was like that part when I think Anakin and I don't know if it was Obi-Wan was with him or Ahsoka, but like they were on like this.
The Force.
They were
planet.
like in this place where the Force planet, where like that was like the source of light and dark.
Yeah, that's more
or whatever,
Mordor,
and all that, and
Mordor or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, like I mean, with that show being canon, like that kind of opened up the door to a lot of things. So I mean, at this point, like it could still go anywhere. Like I've always pretty much had that in the back of my mind. Like I've always had that in the back of my mind. The Force could go anywhere.
True.
I think there's still rules that it has to, follow, and I feel like Rian Johnson really broke from those rules because of his own ego. Like he had to prove that he was doing something so different.
Yep.
And he ended up ruining part of the franchise because of it.
Dick.
I mean, I would say that I wouldn't necessarily say he ruined it. I would say that he definitely probably went in direction he obviously didn't really need to go in, but as far as ruining it, I don't know. I wouldn't go as far as say he ruined it.
You know what it comes down to? I wouldn't really hate the movie that much if Luke wasn't in it and he didn't do what he did with Luke. Like, people have been waiting forever to see. Like, I only got into Star Wars about 3 years ago. People have been waiting like years to see Luke come back to the movie, and that's you have him suck on a blue milk titty and then die millions of miles away. And like, what are you doing, Ryan?
Yeah, I mean,
Luke sucks the best titty milk.
Nobody sucking titty.
Yeah, that was another one of my issues with
that one.
I wasn't happy about that either.
Yeah, that kind of just is what it is. I don't really have much comment on that one.
All right, so moving on, because we've been on Star Wars, and I can feel my blood pressure.
Yeah, we spent probably like a good 10 minutes now on it.
Yeah, and my blood pressure's like shooting up now. So
okay, we'll move on.
Let's move on past that. Who else has got fandom? What's you guys' fandom?
For me, I guess it's just been a little bit of everything since I was a kid.
Okay.
First got introduced to gaming at 4, it just kind of just bloomed from there. Of course, my parents were a bit on the cheap side, so I didn't really get like all the latest games at the time. So a lot of that stuff I learned about later on in life. But, it went on from that. Got a big love for movies. Like when I'm not gaming, movies are my thing. I absolutely love movies.
Got a favorite genre?
From then on, like it just kind of grew to comics. It grew to collecting, some little statuette figures and whatnot. And, it just grew on from there. And so it's just like a little bit of everything and just learning about new things, see what piques my interest. But I think if I'm going to say what my biggest fandom is, it's probably going to be Power Ranger related. That's my
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like the new Power Ranger movie?
I was one of the people that did like it. I didn't have them. I had minor gripes with it. I think my biggest issue with it was the exposition being too long and them kind of using the original theme, which they haven't quite earned yet.
Okay.
But other than that, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. Like, I bought the movie when it came out. I still enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. But yeah, if I'm going to pick one, it's that one.
Okay. That started a lot of people into nerd, fandom and everything when we were younger. I don't know about you guys. I don't know how old everyone is, but I think I was like 4 or 5 when the original Power Rangers came out, and I was crazy about them. Like, I had an original white Power Ranger, the original red one, the 12-inch action figure joints.
Remember the ones you put the back open, the heads changed?
Yeah, those were the 6-inch ones. I had those too. I lost all of them.
Yeah, I had green and red of those, if I remember correctly. And I know for me, I was 8 when I think it premiered.
Okay.
Because it was premiered in 93, so I was about 8 years old. So I was there from day one.
Okay, nice.
The only sad thing that I know is that I remember I used to have the Falcon Zord figure, like when they had just dropped. I used to have that. I have no idea what happened to it.
Oh, no, I lost
everything about it to this day. Yeah. So I don't know what happened to it. I also had that, and I also had like the gloves that had the action sounds.
Oh yeah, I had the Dragon Dagger.
Yeah,
my nephew had those.
I had a pair of those as a kid.
I always wanted those.
I was deep into it.
Yeah, no, I always wanted those, but my parents were like, "All right, we're drawing a line." I think it was when I lost those action figures at the auto show. I think that really did it because
are you following Power Rangers comic?
No. Yes, I have. I have some catching up I have to do. I think I'm about 4 or 5 issues behind the latest one, but yeah, I have some catching up to do.
In the spoilers, then it went down as last issue.
I've been hearing, and I've just been scatterbrained with trying to deal with school and whatnot, and just trying to finish that up. So I haven't had as much time with it as I would have liked, but I'm planning on catching up between tonight and tomorrow.
We'll come back to that one.
Yes, we'll come back to that one, please, because yeah.
Nice.
I'm a few issues behind on that one too. I read some up to like the end of the Draken saga or whatever I think it was. I'm telling you right now, after I saw that video of the original Tommy Oliver actor doing Draken, and they got that into a legit movie.
Man,
I don't think they'll ever get him into a real movie.
Mm.
He's all over YouTube right now.
Right? Yeah.
Like
he did the
but more than likely,
beatdown.
Yeah, I just think it has to be like. I just think it has to be just like with the right people that's willing to do it and whatnot. I mean, obviously, the only person you can really like go to try to get some of the starters with Saban. Like anybody else doesn't want to touch that right now.
Yeah.
Like or at least don't see the vision to want to mess with it. But you know how Hollywood is these days.
Have you guys seen any of the original Power Rangers? A lot of them did not age well. Austin St. John looks horrible.
He looks okay. He's kind of heavy set.
Last time I saw him, he was balding and fat. He did not look like the Red Ranger.
He's great.
Like everybody, like at that, like from that show was like in their late 40s at this point. But
not everybody's Tommy Oliver, man.
Tommy Oliver. He looks all right. He's good. But
yeah, he still looks good. Amy still looks good.
She looks
Walter
right.
still looks good.
No, well, I've ran into Walter in person. He does not look good.
I mean, consider his age. I mean, he looks like he's done pretty.
I probably got another 10 years before I know exactly how they should look.
Who's Walter now?
Zach.
Oh, okay. No, he looks pretty good.
And of course,
Trini passed.
Johnny Bosch. I mean, of course, he still looks great right now.
Okay.
He's still working, and a lot of people from the OG cast still age pretty good.
Right. I saw the new movie at the drive-in. I don't know if anyone knows what that is anymore, but I went to the drive. We have a drive-in theater by me, and that's where I saw it. I didn't see anything. Mm-hmm. That movie is shot very dark. Like it's just a dark movie the way it looks. So seeing it at the drive-in was not the best idea because I missed 85% of that movie.
Yeah, that it was a bit on the dark side, a little.
That's what they do in the budget is tight.
You think it was a tight budget for that?
I would think so, because let's be real. I mean, the fact that they were rebooting this, and then more than likely, they might have gotten wind of some fan reception of designs, and they wasn't, that's something that like people are going to be like really apprehensive about with reviving, because even though they have a big habit of just reviving things that were popular way back when, which I recently did a think piece on it, but it's just some things that only certain studios are willing to take a chance on. And honestly, I really feel they took a chance with this one, and it only did all right. But I mean,
they're doing a sequel, aren't they? Did they announce
nothing's greenlit yet? But they haven't they haven't shot down the possibility yet. So we just kind of have to wait that out and see what happens.
If I remember correctly, the way they ended it, they would have to do a sequel. Didn't they like introduce Tommy at the end?
Vaguely, like it was a name drop.
Okay.
All it was a name drop. But yeah, they obviously left it open to do more, because I think the original idea, it was supposed to be 6 movies.
Oh wow!
I think that one's pretty much done.
The thing is, the demand doesn't come from where the story goes. The demand comes from what the audience wants.
True.
It doesn't seem like there's too many people jumping up to say, I really want to see Power Rangers 2.
That's true.
At the same time, it's a good amount, so it's in the air.
Yeah, so like they haven't shot down the idea yet, but at the same time they're still trying to think of, okay, do we still want to go ahead and do this next one? So it's just kind of like they kind of have to wait it out just to kind of see what the climate is first, I guess.
That makes sense. If they do a sequel, they should have Samuel L. Jackson as Zed. I think that'd be a good one.
Samuel Jackson is
Zed. Make these sequels or reboot these franchises, and then it seems like they get away from the core.
Yeah.
Of what
yeah.
I don't think that happened with Power Rangers, though. I think they got the mark down with that. They surprised me with that one.
Yeah, I didn't think it went too far from
costumes, and then just like the same thing with the Ninja Turtles reboot. It's like you totally make the characters look totally different than what they are.
Well, see that's a problem with a lot of movies in general, though.
You bank on the nostalgia, but then you alienate the original audience.
Right.
Well, I think the problem is that they bank on directors who really don't know, like they don't understand the zeitgeist of it, like how it's affecting people from their childhood. They just think, oh, well, this is total. Like
right.
Michael Bay is like, oh, bro, this is Turtles. We got to make like a big one.
Yeah, so I would have agreed. I would have agreed with you before I saw The Last Jedi. But now I never want another fan to do another movie that I love, because Rian Johnson's a fan of Star Wars and it was fucking trash. Sorry.
Is he though?
I mean, not all fans capable of doing, certain things or whatever. I mean, honestly, even when it comes to Ninja Turtles, like Ninja Turtles did hurt my feelings. Because that's something else. That was like my fandom before Power Rangers took over.
Okay.
So I still have a special place in my heart for Turtles, but it's just okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I never got into Ninja Turtles.
The first 2014 Michael Bay one, and I have a love-hate relationship with it, because the one thing that they at least got right was the chemistry between the Turtles. Mm-hmm. But my problem was that it still suffered from
Leonardo.
Not even that. Like, it just suffered from what the Transformers did, which was use the title characters as props and not characters. Like, that was my problem. Like, that's my... And it's just, it's like, look, I want to know the backstory of the Turtles. Like, could we focus on them, not these uninteresting flesh and blood people? I don't care about them. Like, I don't want to. It's the same thing with Transformers. Like, dude, like the movie's supposed to be about the Transformers. Why are we focused on these human people?
Right.
I know they have to be there, but come on, it's like half the Decepticons, Autobots that did show up, we didn't even know who they were until after the fact. It's like, come on now.
That's true. All right, let's see. We got someone else who came in. King's here. What's up, King?
How's
it going?
It's going. So, do we want to do another fandom? Who else has another fandom? King? Jake?
Yeah.
Kyle, not Jake. I don't know where I got Jake from.
Jake.
I don't know where I got Jake from. I'm not going to lie.
Back from you guys. My fandom in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
What was the first one?
Okay. What happened?
Yeah, I think someone just cut out.
It's always been Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and that's been that way since I was a kid.
Yes. Okay. I never got into it. I don't know why.
My earliest memory was the old 87 cartoon, but it really blew up when I first played the arcade game. Like,
and Chuck E. Cheese?
Oh, man. It was older than that. Like, I remember taking a family trip down to Alabama, and then we stopped at a rest stop, and the Ninja Turtle arcade game was there.
You take family trips to Alabama?
And it was like the greatest moment ever in my life. Like, just playing that shit live. Like, who needs your help? And everybody goes into a burning building to save her. It was just like, it blew my mind. And,
right. I could totally see that, dude. Like, I mean, for me, as far as video games, of course, that was my video game introduction to Turtles was that first, the original game, that first game that was like still hard as shit, and I've never beat to this day.
The underwater pubs?
I passed that part, and then after that, I didn't know what the hell to do. I got stuck
at the same time.
It's like I just got stuck. I never wound up beating that game. But for me, again, I got introduced to the cartoon just like you did. But for me, it was that first live action movie, man. Like I remember back when Burger King used to like sell like the VHS tapes of it.
No.
Like it was like one of the like whatever promotion they had, but it was like around that time they had like VHSs that you could get from them, and one of the tapes that I had the trailer for that first movie, and that took off. It's like once I saw that, and then I saw the movie for myself, it was a wrap.
Those things where it bothers me they can't get the Turtles right, and we have like the blueprint out there where all you have to do is like make a true sequel to the first movie.
An extensive blueprint, mind you.
You need. And it's like the studios can't get it right. What I would want to see would either be a real sequel to the first movie, or maybe even an AMC show based on the original,
Really? AMC? AMC for the show?
AMC can do it. They're doing The Walking Dead. I mean, if you
AMC is awesome. I'm just trying to picture.
That would be interesting, matter of fact.
That's an interesting concept.
Would you rather see it in CGI, or would you rather see them in suits like in the 91 movie?
Suits.
See them in suits.
Okay. I can get behind that.
No, I don't think you need the CGI.
I think CGI is ruining a lot of movies, period, though.
It is.
It's the over-reliance on it.
It's just like the Ninja Turtle movie that came out in 2014. You have Shredder basically throwing knives. Like, I don't even know how it worked. I'm like, I don't even understand his character. He's throwing knives. They're coming back to him, doing all types of crazy stuff.
Transformer suit, man. It was an excuse to have like Transformers effects for Shredder. That was just an excuse for them to do it, man. But
8 feet tall. I'm like, these aren't even ninjas anymore.
Right. That was the one thing, is like that hurt the ninja aspect of them, and then
it's like it hurts the ninja aspect of them, and then there's no foot soldiers. They're getting shot at with machine guns. I'm like, this is bullshit. What the hell is this?
And then I love how like the whole them learning ninjutsu is just Splinter finding a book. That one book just teaches them all about ninjutsu and Japanese culture in that one book.
The one part that really killed me was that Turtles.
Yeah, I know.
And he's fighting Raphael.
Okay.
He beats Ralph and then just walks off.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do after you beat up your brother? Stand over.
Yeah, but wasn't the idea was to like sap his blood too? It's like like the whole idea was then for to drain their blood to make retro mutagen, and like you're beating one of the other the specimens. It's like wasn't the
and then he just walked off. And it was
right. He's like, was it the last container for him? Like, what are you doing?
So it's like you have screenwriters that don't even have any internal logic. They just bank on the nostalgia and just shit out whatever else.
Yeah, and then the directors that they hire is just a fall guy. Because let's be real, that was a Michael Bay film through and through. They can't. I'm sorry. Like, you don't hire another director, but then the movie looks exactly like a Michael Bay movie. Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, who does that? Like, come on now. Like, really? Like, who are you trying to fool? Because you ain't fooling us.
I don't think they care. I think that's the end of
They
it.
honestly don't.
They don't care. They just want to make their money, and then that's it.
They don't. That's why like anything roughly made from Paramount or comes out of Platinum Dunes is on notice. they are on notice. Like, I mean, it's like, dude, no.
I really wish they would have, like, instead of going with that whole gimmicky, like, Raph's the tough guy in the red, and, like, nerdy Donatello. Like, I wish they would have went with, like, they're all equals, but they're unique in their own internal ways. Then I also wish they went that way where it was like, instead of the mutagen, whatever, getting fingers for 5 seconds, like, they would have had, like, the whole spirit aspect, you know what I mean, from the comic? Where, like, they be in a past life, maybe humans, but they're not sure.
And
that's something to pull.
Infinitely more interesting than anything they had.
Right.
I have no idea what y'all are talking about. Y'all lost me.
Yeah, we're just kind of just all over the place with things we didn't like. So, but dude, Turtles just has like just so much history behind it, and just so much to pull from, and to just see a lifeless incarnation that was the last film that they made, it hurts. Like, it just really hurts. But at the same time, it's like, hey, those are shit, but we still have the originals at the end of the day.
I heard the pain in your voice when you said it hurts. That's how I felt when I saw Star Wars.
See, I understand. I understand. Like, I totally understand. So that's why, it's like I understand people, getting hurt by, when something doesn't, whatever.
Live up to their expectations.
Exactly. But, let's just say this. We've talked about a lot of movies that made us sad enough. How about we just move on to something that, made us feel exactly like we did when we first saw it.
Let's go. What's everyone's favorite fictional character? Do you guys have favorite characters?
Kirby.
I didn't hear that.
Say Kirby?
Really?
Yeah, Kirby. He can dance. He's small. He has a mallet. He's pink.
I mean, these are good reasons to like somebody.
Yeah.
Anyone holding a mallet should definitely be like.
Yeah.
He's like a little badass Star Wars that can dance. That's all he needs to be. Anytime my boy Jensen puts verses up, and if Kirby's there, Kirby wins.
You rocking with Kirby?
Solos everybody's verse.
You rocking with the Curbs?
Kirby is Dr. Manhattan just fucking around in the Nintendo universe. Think about it, he's God level. He's Omega tier.
So I guess you agree that Kirby should have won against Majin Buu.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I can't argue.
Right, I can't argue Kirby.
Still.
Who else we
There's
got?
a universal tier of Omega God Shenron Ultimate Kirby, Dr. Doom,
Okay.
Tommy Oliver, and Joseph Joestar. Everyone under that, they stand no chance.
Damn. That's a pretty good
tough
squad.
team. Yeah, that's a tough squad. Hey, Sage just hopped on.
Can y'all hear me, yo?
Yo, what up, Sage?
What's up,
Hey,
man?
Hey, what's good?
Yo, we are live, so we're recording.
we're just listing off our favorite fictional characters right now.
Definitely. Y'all go with the Widow's Peak Vegeta.
Hey. So how do you feel about Vegeta never getting any love when it comes to to finishing people off?
Trunks, bring me 3 sensu beans.
Oh yeah.
Who do y'all think has anybody played the new Kratos God of War?
Not yet, nah.
I've heard a lot about it.
Didn't it just come out?
Podcast is over. I'm firing it up.
It just came out like today or something, didn't it?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah.
When
you
everybody been talking about it.
No spoilers, but Kratos is hands down up in there with like
Grizzly.
Goku, as far far as father skills.
For real?
Father of the year, he's up there with Goku. Yeah.
Piccolo. Oh, my bad. You said Piccolo twice wrong.
No, not Piccolo. Goku.
I hate Goku. Goku is like Goku has too much power in the pit.
Twice wrong. My bad. Like Namekian and Nanny.
Oh yeah.
How far are you in the game?
Namekian and Nanny 911.
It was a decent though, so he's not a bad father. We really analyze everything Goku's done as a father. He's not a bad father.
You're right. He's a horrible father.
Yeah, he's definitely trash. Big trash.
To be diplomatic about it, I just call him an absent-minded father.
Uh-huh.
That's the only way I can describe him. He's absent-minded.
You ever seen that video sketch where the dad finds out his son has money and next thing you know he acts like he's his father? You ever seen that one?
That's Goku. Yeah, that's pretty much Goku.
Fight with him. He loves Gohan in that moment.
What?
Right. Once he finds out Gohan can fight, he's ready to go.
Was bare, naked in the woods. Goku.
Right. Exactly.
He's dead.
Yeah, after sacrificing himself for his son, he died for his son twice. Whereas Vegeta attacked his son. Vegeta's the whole reason why
he whipped his son's whole posterity.
Vegeta kept his son alive. That's what I'm hearing.
You know what's your boy,
Vegeta he rid his son so he can prove that he's the best. And then Vegeta got his butt whooped. He didn't accomplish nothing. Vegeta's a horrible father. He's like, well,
he is not. Okay, I'll give you this. Vegeta is a horrible father in Dragon Ball Z. But in Dragon Ball Super...
formerly a terrible father. Right. He's actually stepped up his game. What you talking about?
In Dragon Ball Super, he's the GOAT.
Like, the only reason he had a family...
Main piece of the centuries. Like, come on, bro.
It's like Vegeta admitted himself the only reason he decided to have a family is because he wanted to catch Kakarot. That's his only reason for having a family, because he had a family and he got stronger. Like, that was his whole reason of starting a family.
I'm going to
thought that would be the motivator.
Kids and 2.5 baths.
It's like, bro,
you got Goku here who dies for his son. Yeah, like, oh, he's the hero.
What are you talking about? Vegeta blew himself up for his son. And Kakarot.
Bulma and those priests.
No. Vegeta did that to fix his own problem, to fix his own mistake. If Vegeta didn't selfishly turn on his family, he would have had to do that.
Goku had to die because he gave Cell a sensu bean.
I'm about to take your
No. Goku had to die because Vegeta turned on his PTSD-ridden son and helped sell android. That's why Goku had to kill himself.
The Future Trunks legit did have PTSD, man. He was just
I mean, rightfully so. He had
to. The moment you said android, like,
but who brought Denim back? Who brought Denim back? Who brought it back?
True.
Who brought what
Trunks
back?
Did, nigga. He brought Denim back.
So he brought Denim back.
In Dragon Ball Z, Vegeta was a horrible father.
Right, but in Dragon Ball Super, he's not. In Dragon Ball Super, he is a way better father than Goku.
He's still a second-rate father.
I mean, most Saiyans are second-rate fathers.
Second. I mean, he's the shonen, little brother.
Yeah. He's second-rate father and third-rate husband.
That's my little brother. That's my little brother.
No, I love... The thing is, I love the fact that Goku has been married to Chi-Chi for some odd years, and apparently he never knew what a kiss was.
No, that's not the joke. Vegeta thought he didn't know what a kiss was. But Goku was asking, why is he feeding her, mouth to mouth, and that's why we said,
Kakarot, you never kissed Chi-Chi.
Nah, that man didn't know what a kiss was. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he did.
He did not know what a kiss is.
Yeah.
The joke was that Vegeta thought he meant that he didn't know what a kiss was. But he knows what a kiss was. I said, what does that have to do with being married?
Oh my God, the joke is Goku's IQ.
From mouth to mouth. From mouth to mouth. And he's a good husband. I don't care what anyone says.
Whatever. You sound like my brother. I hate Goku with a passion.
Nasty, though.
Oh, hold on. Now, time out. Who's a good husband?
Right.
Goku, good husband.
Right.
He runs away from Chi-Chi every
He
chance
must
he
have spent a
gets.
total of like 4 years with Chi-Chi across 20 or 30.
Listen, Goku did not leave to go train until his family was financially stable. He did not leave until Chi-Chi gave him permission.
You act like he wouldn't have left anyway.
Bulma told me to the left.
He took a vacation in space and took a detour. He took a detour in space to learn how to do instant
Right.
transmission.
What the fuck does to the left mean, Kakarot?
And look what that ability got him.
You know what? You're a Goku apologist.
The planet would have been dead if he did it.
You're a Goku apologist.
You know Vegeta slept on the couch. You know Vegeta slept on the couch.
To be fair, the planet he was on crash landed on, he just stayed there for a little while.
Right. He stayed a little bit longer than he should have.
But Bulma was like, oh, okay. Come on, space monkey.
Yep.
And
Yup.
Chi-Chi taught Goten martial arts, because she understands that her son is the same. She had full parental control over
Yeah, she
Goten.
taught him how to get them hands up.
But she taught him how to fight because she understands that her son is the same. That's just going to be in his blood.
You gotta get your hands up.
She should have taught him how to learn because he dumb.
Yo, he almost killed
That's why
in that.
That's why she trying to turn him into a scholar in Super now. Shoot, but like when he when Goten got pissed off getting his ass beaten, turned to Super Saiyan, like that was the end of training after that.
What do you think?
No super teacher. That's when Gohan started training.
Yeah.
But she's a good mom. She's a good wife. Goku's a decent father. Goku's a good husband.
Yeah. She's a good mother, but she is just an overzealous, nagging everything that comes with it though. It's like,
are you married?
I still crack up with that whole thing with like, hold up.
That's
him studying is more important than keeping the earth from blowing up? Like how does that work, Chi-Chi?
She wants a normal life where it gets. That's what Gohan wants. Gohan is a. That's why Gohan doesn't fight, because Gohan was skipping school
to teach Videl how to fly. I don't want to hear it. No. He was like, you know what, Mom? F school. I'm going to Videl's house.
Yeah.
I mean, look, it's some criticism we can have of the saying, but I mean, it just kind of is what it is. It kind of just accept things as they are. Like Goku Goku has kind of become somewhat of an asshole version of his former self, and Vegeta has stepped up his game greatly, even though we'll never see him get beyond his extra shade of blue.
That's because of the power of the pen, though.
Like that's all Vegeta got. He just got an extra shade of blue, and they just called it a limit breaker.
His ass went cobalt.
I'm Super Vegeta.
It's like, bro, you just got an extra shade of blue. That is it.
He went Super Saiyan cobalt.
Cobalt. Oh man, that's amazing right there.
All right, who else got characters? We need more characters.
I think for me, I'm definitely going with my boy T'Challa. That's my dude.
I like it.
I gotta go with him. Let me see. I gotta go with my boy Barry Allen. I gotta go with him. That's my dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Flash, definitely.
Let's see, Mr. Parker, Peter Parker, Spider-Man. That's my dude.
Nice.
Oh, we can still name.
Yeah.
Name one.
Definitely. Let me see. Tony Stark.
Okay. I think I gotta go with Itachi. Itachi's one of my favorite.
Oh yeah, definitely. Go Itachi.
Yeah, no, I'm a huge Itachi fan. Obito. Actually, I may like Obito more than I like Itachi, honestly.
Which one?
Which Obito?
Young?
No.
Young or old?
Old Obito.
I'm fan of young.
Manipulated Obito.
Yeah, I need.
You mean you're crusty?
I need broken Obito. I need broken Obito. I don't need young, idealistic Obito. I don't want Hokage Obito.
Are you feeling it now, Squidward?
Who else? Oh yeah, two more folks. My boy All Might and Todoroki. Todoroki, gotta throw them in. Those are my dudes right now.
Nice, I like it.
I feel you.
We got anyone else? Anyone else? Jamal?
He should come from Hunter x Hunter.
Ooh.
Knuckle Buying from Hunter x Hunter.
Nice.
If we really reaching, let me see my anime. Give me Natsu from Fairy Tail.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh man,
like a lot of folks in that series has like hella plot armor though. Bro. I like Natsu. I do like Natsu, but everybody in that series has got a huge cop out though.
He was like, "Oh, you got magic? I'ma eat it."
What?
It's like
I'ma just eat your magic.
It's like that's supposed to kill you, but he for some reason
right. How you gonna eat magic? How you gonna eat magic?
It's like, I don't know. It's like they've already set up the fact like if you eat another element that ain't yours, it could kill you. And he's done that like every chance he got.
Digestion, bro. Digestion. Like, I don't know how you do it.
Plot armor, fam.
Magic. Definitely. Magic armor. It's pissy.
All right, we got characters. How about places? If you could live in one fictional land or world, what world would it be?
The Hunter x Hunter world.
Wait, what?
Like Atlantis.
Okay.
Personally, for me, it would have to be Kingdom Hearts. I have to pick that.
Oh, yeah.
That's dope. I like that. That's super dope.
I feel you.
I can't even think of a world I would want to live in, man. They're like all messed up.
Yeah. So realistically, the only one I'm going to is Pokemon. Take me to Pallet Town. I'm not dying. I'm not going to any Ninja World. I'm not going.
Basically.
I'm not going to Harry Potter.
Here we go.
Can't get a Charizard at the start. You can't get a Charizard at the start.
That's fine. I'm cool. Give me Charmander. I'm cool.
Charizard is Malcolm X of Pokemon.
He really is.
No, you know what world man, you know what world I wouldn't want to live in is Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, no.
Like I wouldn't want to live in that. Like, dude, like your life is on the line for playing a damn card game.
Dog, yeah.
It's like with that hand so many times. When Weevil dumped them cards in the water, I would have been like, Weevil, check this out. Wah.
Yeah, nah.
I play Duel Links on my phone, and I swear, if I was about to lose a card game,
cheating.
Straight drop kicking somebody in their forehead right across the stage. You just gonna see me jump off the platform.
Fighting the belts on your arms, Kai, but don't mess with that.
It's too much, man. It's like, dude, like how it's it's supposed to be just like a friendly duel game, but it's like, bruh.
And then you see you dueling Bakura. When Bakura come up, that's it. And Bakura was quick to send someone to the Shadow Realm.
Right. It's like get banished to the Shadow Realm. Like, what you mean? It's like I'm just playing this tournament, fam.
Shadow. You don't know about the world truth about Yu-Gi-Oh is?
Tournament
at the Shadow.
Hey, bro, I came here to win a burrito.
Somebody just went all the way up.
Found out that there is no Shadow Realm. It would just mean like dead, or being dead.
Right. They just do too much, man. Like, just I still have to watch the movie because one of my buddies said just broke down like the funniest thing to me that. I mean, it's pretty much obvious that Kaiba is like the most pettiest like anime character like ever created.
He's the anime Jack Morris.
Oh yeah,
pretty much. But man, the stuff that he told me happened in that
money.
The stuff that he told me that Kaiba did in that movie had me rolling. Like, dude, okay,
man, the movie. Kaiba pushed Yugi off the Dual Kingdom ledge. Like, look, you want to play cards?
Hey, realistic though, Have you guys read the manga? Like, Kaiba was worse in the manga than he was in the anime.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You want to talk about the pettiest anime character ever? Weevil said, "Let me see your Exodia cards real quick," and threw them shits out of a window.
And I would have came with the boobop. I would have boobop Weevil. Like,
yeah, I'm telling you, Weevil would have had to get them. He'd had to get them hands thrown with him. I'm sorry.
Man, that it's just funny because, like, bro, like apparently
would have gave him the forbidden one. Exodia.
Nah, Weevil would have been hanging over that boat by his ankles.
For real.
There's a where Yami almost kills him. You know, where they were like fighting on this train, and you know, since it's Adam, you know, he gets to break the rules, and he just keeps drawing this card, you know, and attacking the dude, and it's like killing his soul.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
About Yu-Gi-Oh! Did y'all see the match when Yu-Gi pulled up on Jaden?
I did see that. I did.
I can't say I saw that one.
I think I did see that one. I don't remember.
He pulled up on Jaden and gave him that young work. Because, you know, Jaden was flexing his whole series. Like, I'm the best duelist ever. And it's like, all right, Jaden, calm down. Wait till Yugi come out.
Yeah, nah, Yugi wasn't playing no games with nobody.
Jaden was like, I set into in defense mode. And, like, you better.
Let's be honest,
every
though.
turn, just flexing like, I summoned Dog Magician. Like, okay.
Let's be honest, though. Kaiba really was the best duelist out of everyone. Yugi had plot armor.
He was, though.
Yeah, Yugi had plot
armor.
Nah, he was until he ran into Yugi.
In attack and defense.
No, hell, Yugi had...
definitely not the best duelist. Kaiba just had money like Pegasus.
Nah, forget that. Please, Yugi had the heart of the cards. If that isn't the biggest plot armor ever...
He did. And the thing is...
He had the heart of the
No, it did. Like, bro, trust me. Like, after pretty much this, the movie pretty much confirmed that Kaiba, no matter what, he's seen the past lives they had. He is destined to always lose to Yugi's bloodline. Okay, there's no beating them. Like he is destined to lose to them forever. He just will not accept it.
They cheat. They cheat.
They do Kaiba like they do Vegeta.
They do.
Yeah, except Kaiba doesn't deserve it.
Slow clap.
This guy in the show to win every time. Come on, like.
It's like Kaiba doesn't deserve to come up. That's the
Kaiba
thing.
Like dude that buy wins.
I'm gonna be honest though. If I was Kaiba, I would have been snuffed Yugi already. I would have had Yugi taken out.
You just lost.
Like I know Yugi had I know Kaiba had an assassin on deck.
I know you got the Exodia cards. That's why I pulled up on you.
Yep.
Like Kaiba, I don't have them. Like I know you do. What you mean?
Right.
Nah, I'm sorry.
It's like, calm down, fam.
You know what, Yugi? You ain't nothing.
Oh my god.
That is a funny man, I'm telling you.
But since we mentioned Kingdom Hearts, can we talk about Sora and them New Yorks?
Talk about what?
Sora. How he run that fast in them boots? Tell me.
Man,
Sora is the lightest dude in some Timbs you ever seen.
Man, I can't hate on that man's gear. It's like
I love it.
Sora has fresh. Like the freshest gear like ever in video games, bruh. It's like once the second game came out and the three fairies like blessed them with the gear, man.
They made Mickey go golf. Mickey went golf. Like I'm golf now. Don't talk to me. Hello? Don't talk to me.
Oh yeah.
Don't talk to me at all.
Why is your Mickey Italian?
Yeah, all right.
An Italian Mickey.
Mice eat pizza. Come on, bro. Master Splinter, don't go there. Don't go there.
All right,
You're
y'all.
nothing without your brothers.
All right, y'all. Last question, because it looks like Jamal already dropped off, so we're getting too close to that time limit. What's y'all weapon or power of choice, ability, anything like that?
Hands down, the Green Lantern ring. No question.
Okay.
It's going to be a speed force for me.
You trust your will like that? What'd you say, Sage?
Mahonir.
Nice.
Thor's hammer.
Nice. I'm going with the shotting gun.
Cheater.
Yep.
I do you one better. I'm
gonna drop it on your chest.
I'm gonna do you one better. I'm going with the Speed Force.
No, the Speed Force is like the ultimate cheat, though.
It is. That's why I love it so much, and it's like, and it's like the Speed Force and stuff like just does so much. It's just ridiculous, but it's like
it's religious.
It is. It really is. But I mean, it still trumps the comparison to the Church's bat. But other than that,
my bad. Can I cut you off?
That's another.
Let me ask you something. Like, do y'all watch the Flat Show? I'm sure you do, right?
Yeah, I watch it.
Yeah. So I watched like episode 12. How did Barry go from running in the span of 3 seconds to? How did Barry go from running in the span of like 1 second to China and then getting taken out by a drug cocktail in the span of 1 second as well?
We're talking about, no, stay with me. We're talking about Speed, who can take up 2 places at once in the Speed Force. That's what Barry's
doing. We're talking about the TV show, right? Not the comic.
Yeah, but we're saying I get you, but that's what they're relating to. Him being the Speed, he is the Speed Force. So if Speed Force exists everywhere, there you have it.
But I think like his argument is like how he gets hit with a dart.
Riding.
Oh my God! When he was fighting Rod.
Somebody was fighting Rod and like he doing all that shit, but he gets taken out with a dart. I'm like,
and he couldn't.
I feel like they got a low ball. Did we see Amazing Spider-Man 2?
He couldn't get out of a steel cage without he couldn't just vibrate out of that cage. Like, come on.
Yeah,
Kryptonians can vibrate too. Can I say that?
Sure.
Suppose.
So we're not even gonna talk about getting trapped behind bars. Supergirl still airs every week.
I haven't watched Supergirl.
I don't want to talk about that show.
Thank you.
I gave it 2 chances.
So there you have it. 2 chances.
Yeah.
I gave it 2 chances.
2 chances.
All right, y'all. We're over that hour mark.
Bros.
Let's go ahead and close this out. Does anyone have any closing remarks or anything like that? Anything y'all want to say? Want to say to people who are listening?
I appreciate the time.
We're gonna pick up this whole Superman and Supergirl Flash thing next week.
All right, for sure.
I would be interested in that.
For sure. Anyone have any Twitter names or anything like that you want to give for listeners? Get a follow.
Josh on Facebook.
Alrighty. Follow Marvel. You can find me on Facebook, Follow Marvel 2.0, YouTube, Follow Marvel, Twitter, Follow Marvel.
Nice. Cool. Make sure everyone follows the Planet EJOBN Twitter and Instagram. Also, sign up for our forum contest because that's still going. That's going until the 30th, I believe. So that's a good look for anyone who wants some EJOBN gear, $100 gift card, some swag. It's cool. But yeah, that's it. We're all good to go. You guys have a good one.
All right, bro.
Peace.
All right, see y'all later.